Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's having a great day. Hey, a quick overview of my sketching process using Sketchbook Pro. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Hey, quick little video. Just want to show some of the processing on creating sketches using Sketchbook Pro. Got enough requests that I just really wanted to spend some time and jump into this. Drawing rocks could be a little difficult because of their shape, the perspective, and the shadowing to get it to render out to look something presentable. So I kind of want to demystify and jump in and show you, hey, this is doable if you're a creative person but lack the artistic skills. I think I can debunk a lot of that. You do have to put the effort in and the time and the practice and hone your craft. All right, so let's just jump right in. It's going to be about a half an hour video. I want to keep it about that length. And let's see what we can get done here. All right. Okay, real quick, I just want to show you the processing. So how this is done. Okay, so when I step in here and want to do a study sketch or a design, obviously we're going to have some form of reference. This is a photo I got off Google. I thought this was a good place to start. This is kind of boxy, very architectural. But I think drawing that, even though it has some irregular edges and some nice texture, I think drawing this could be very doable for some newbies that don't really draw that all that much or have no skill. So the process goes like this, though. So I start with something like that. I'm going to scale it up. Real loose. Almost looks like a crayon that drew it, right? I'm not too concerned with any of that. I'm just trying to get the perspective of it. If anybody knows what perspective is, it's the way things appear in real world in a three-dimensional system. Meaning that as your eyes are kind of round and spherical, things kind of get fisheyed. So things that are in parallel tend to recede to a point. There's 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point. I'm going to be teaching that, but I don't want to overcomplicate it just to jump in. But I want to discuss that portion of it. So, like I said, we start off with this crayon sketch. And it's nothing more than something that's very loose, communicative, right? It's just a quick little doodle that's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But at least it got my idea out of my brain out onto paper, right? With that being said, I want to talk about that process a little bit. All you're doing is basically taking your thoughts from your brain and putting it onto paper. Kind of like an email. You ever write out an email and or a letter, or whether it's argumentative, a debate, or just regular dialogue. A lot of times you just want to get the main crust of what's in your head out on the paper. The typos, the spell checks, punctuation, comma here, so forth and so on, can be dialed up and modified as you kind of retool it and make it accurate and professional. Same thing with the sketching. So we start with something loose, just like so. I'm going to move that right there. You can see the added benefits of working digitally versus traditionally via Sketchpad. The second step is you create a copy of that. So let me just do that in real time. So you just select this here. And it says duplicate layer. See that? It makes another copy. Now that copy just lands right on top of that, the existing one, so you don't see it. So we need to move it. See, like that? Now from there, I can go ahead and scale it up. Scale it down, move it, rotate it. Lots of little options. Again, added benefits of working digitally. We'll leave it just like that, something like this. Okay, now what I'm going to do is lower the opacity a little more. Kind of see that? See how I just moved that, turn it way up or turn it way down. I'm going to leave it right about there. I'm going to make a new layer. Take a sip of coffee here. Alright? And what we're going to do next is select this perspective guide. See that? And I'm going to select the 3 point, which is that, highlighted in, or excuse me, 2 point, which is highlighted in blue. I'm going to step over here. Now notice the line it puts in. See that line? That line represents the horizon line, which means that all these lines hit a specific vanishing point. And there's 2 of them, hence 2 point perspective. One's to the left, one's to the right. Can you see that little circle? That represents where these lines will eventually end up. Make more sense once I run through it. Let me just slide this out just a little bit more. Alright, good enough. So what I'm going to do now is select the pen tool. I'm going to pick a different color blue. Okay, there's a nice blue. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go over the top of this, making sure that these lines, see how that's slightly out? And I'm just going over my work. Again, I knew I was out of perspective, but at that point in time when I'm sketching, I was just nothing more than communicating an idea down on paper. But it's very important to have these lines accurate. Otherwise, when you go to paint this, whether you're going to drop colors on or textures, back that one up a little bit. You see I was way off on that line. Right? You know, a lot of times, see how I'm drawing like I'm seeing through it? That really helps in the design phase. Like this line can go through there, right? Same thing here, it's resting on that top. Makes sense? Helps me see the form a little better. Alright, I'm just going to sketch in these on the bottom. Make sure that the real important that those are lined up. That's resting on the ground. You know, whether it be a hardscape that'll be dead flat, or you know, Mother Earth and it's you know, up and down. Alright, now I think I got everything I need there. And I'm just, since this is like this, I know that that's not sticking out that far. So I'm going to clean that up right now. Select the eraser tool right here. And then I'm going to make a change there. Because I know that's not like that. Same thing there. And what I'm referring to is the distance on which that's setting on, right? So this, same thing there. And then this one's not really, doesn't have much of a reveal at all, you know. So I think I'm going to make them pretty close to that, as opposed to this standing off, for the drawing anyway, right? Alright, back that up. We'll step back over here now. You can see how far I'm sticking out over here on this left side, right? So we're going to repair that. Erase what we have there. So now I'm going to be kind of overriding my sketch underneath, so to say. Right? Okay, so now go back to this perspective grid. Just look that pen again. And she's going to be pretty flush now. See what I'm saying there? And then, you know, leave that as 1, or you can bust them into 2, right? Because they think they got, what, 2, right? And they look to be about the same height. Pretty close. Good enough for what we're doing here. So, say about something like that. Split that right in half. Now, if these were the same size rocks, I can just draw that line like this. Same thing this at the bottom. If they happen to be the same size. I'm going to drop this down. Drop that down. Then this kicks back, right? Something like that. Now you notice when I'm drawing this, I'm not really drawing those lines. That computer program is making sure that they hit this vantage point right here. Right? So all those lines go back to that circle. So it's pretty cool. Really speeds things up. Same thing here. This is the second vanishing point on the left. All these lines go back to that dot. So this keeps things in perspective and tight. That's really important, especially if you're going to take the time again to put texture on it, color it, you know, light it, shade it, put drop shadows, all that good stuff. When it's fundamentally sound, you just get a better looking product. I've done things sometimes that, you know, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you're painting away, putting all the details on. You wake up in the morning, you look at it, and it's like, wow, that whole left leg's off. It looks funny. And then sure as not, it really is. It's off. So to repair that is a whole lot of work. You start with a good skeleton off the jump, it makes it that much easier. All right. So what's cool about this, now watch this. This is on its own layer. Right? So those lines are nothing more. I can trace over that now. So now I went from a quick sketch over here, right? Let's change the color here. Let's go to orange, right? Change the pen. So that's step 1, right? Actually, you're not feeling that color. Let's just go dark red. So this was step 1. Quick idea. Hey, I had an idea, I seen something, I got inspired, let me just jot it down. Step 2 is you develop this grid, make it accurate, and then the next step is we're gonna provide the textures and kind of detail that out. In fact, that might be a good stopping point. I don't want to just get too jumpy or get too far advanced where it can create more difficulty for the viewer. Trying to keep this real simple, little small bits of information. I'll hopefully be doing these twice a week, at least once a week, and keep them coming. All right, guys, stay tuned.